when I'm walking down the street.
I do want to say to Doni and many of you in this room that over a very long career in this city, all of you have helped me and my colleagues tell the truth and to try to tell.
I may not look like you and you me, but
my head up.
I'm from South Carolina, so I just
What does this event mean to you, Miss Peggy Moss?
Oh, my heart.
Happy 20th anniversary.
My heart is about loving up on my sisters. Do you know what it feels like to have your sisters in the room? Done.
and dare to be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting His glory shine through. I am beautiful, I am blessed, but not just what you see in the flesh. I'm free from people, free from myself. There's
The doctor lived next door to the janitor to the reverend and the lawyer. We were together. Now we get so high and mighty that you create stress for your society because you don't like poor black folks either. That's a health problem. Get yourself together so I can stop being taking care of geriatric people and get back to pediatrics. I thank you, Doni, for all you've done. Let's keep doing it all the more.
letting His glory shine through. Dare to be you, dare to be me, dare to be different and unique. I'm gonna be the best me I can be by letting His glory shine through. And I dare you, I dare you, I dare you to be you.
First name's Doni, last name's Glover. In it to win it for the long haul, baby. What a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Speaking of which, just yesterday, I was able to leave Baltimore City. If you live in Baltimore, it's very important that you leave, and probably often so. Why? Just to get some air. And where did I go? I went straight out Route 40 to Route 70 to 270 to get to Clarksburg. And guess who's in Clarksburg? This guy. Welcome to the show, Brandon.
Thank you, Doni, for having me.
Tell them what you do, Brandon. And I've seen so many news clips. I didn't know I met a celebrity yesterday.
My name is Brandon Chain. I'm the owner of Soul Inspires. Buy, sell, trade, high-end sneaker boutique. All the shoes that sell at your normal retail store, we carry over at Soul Inspires. But the biggest thing is I opened my first storefront when I was 20 years old. And that's kind of what became the big buzz. 20-year-old opening his own storefront and premium outlet and everything like that. But started selling shoes when I was 10 years old. My junior year of high school, I kind of realized school wasn't for me. And I had COVID COVID year at the time. So we didn't go to school the rest of junior year and senior year. Gave me a lot of time to kind of like figure out myself, who I wanted to be in this world. And I kind of I did realize I didn't want to go to school and end up in a 9-to-5 job and dig myself in debt. So I went full-time into sneaker resale, joined an internship my senior year of high school. A year after that, I joined the internship as well. I was still in it. And then I realized I wasn't happy. I quit and I started Soul Inspires. And ever since then, it's just been a nonstop grind.
Now, what's this program? What was it called?
Which program?
You said you were in a program before you started Soul Inspires.
Yeah, I was just in an internship for another sneaker store. Like I was kind of learning how to run it, learning how to work there. But the thing was, it wasn't the best environment for me. And at the moment, I had to choose the money or my peace. I chose my peace and I left. And then, I had no other option at that point. I didn't do well in high school, and I kind of told myself, like, look, like, you got to make Soul Inspires work one way or another.
Well, you did, Brandon, and I'm very, very proud of you, man. Made a whole audience out there give you a round of applause. How old are you now, Brandon?
21 now.
Brandon, at 21, at 20, you have done what people 2 and 3 times your age have not done. Do you realize that?
Yeah, to me, it's kind of one of those things. I still don't feel like I've even scratched on what I want to do. So a lot more is on the way, but I'm definitely blessed for the man above for what he's done for me and what I have right now.
So tell them what kind of tennis shoes are in your store. Is it all tennis shoes?
I mean, anything that sells out of your normal retail store. So you're thinking about the Jordans, the Yeezys, like the reimagined Red Force just dropped last week. We have those. You think about the New Balance 960s everyone wants. We have those. We literally have every single release. We get it. Our motto is every single release, every single time. Shop with confidence. But we get every shoe really. Streetwear, we have stuff like Essentials, Hellstar, Denim Tears, Spider. And all of our clothing comes directly from the retailer themselves. So Spider's website, Denim Tears website, Hellstar's website. Essentials comes from places like Mr. Porter, PacSun, things like that. We also sell these custom rugs for $65 each. They're all imported from Turkey, so they're really, really, really good quality.
So Brandon, I got a bunch of questions for you. First of all, your last name is Chang. Does that suggest you have Chinese lineage among your roots?
Yes, sir. My mom is from Ecuador, so she's Afro-Latina, and then her dad's white, but he's like Hispanic white. That I never really met him, so it's kind of confusing. And then my dad's Asian, so I'm black, white, Asian, and Spanish.
You got them all covered.
Yeah.
Does that give you a direct connect with China? Because they do a lot of manufacturing these days.
No, me and my dad's side aren't too close, honestly. It's more so that I grew up with my mom's side and everything like that.
Might be time to reconnect, baby boy. Have you been to China?
No, I haven't been there.
I think you owe yourself a trip to China. Just to peep the manufacturing. I mean, everything is made. So many things are made there. I'm not kicking America off the map, but everybody knows China. I mean, remember when CDs were out? My God, we could get movies around here on CD before they even came out on cable.
You know what's crazy? A lot of the Bathing Ape is a good clothing brand, great clothing brand. A lot of my boys go out overseas to Japan to get shoes and clothing because the retail, like the USD comparison, is way lower. So they're paying over here, you're paying if you find a boutique with Bape, you're paying 110, 105. Over there, you're paying $85.
Every little bit adds up.
Then they're selling it to us at 85 in bulk.
So for you, can you share any lessons that you've learned thus far? And I don't want you to give away your trade secrets, but any lessons you've learned in business that you're willing to share?
Relationships is one of the biggest parts of the business. You cannot do anything alone, and that's something probably in the beginning phase of starting Soul Inspires that I definitely tried to do. Can't do anything alone. Another big thing is relationships is a huge one.
Yeah, let's start with relationships. Look, we got to put a plug in for the young man who was, when I came in, I think you were just going to the back.
Exactly. I know what you're about.
But the young brother from he's got Dominican roots.
Yes, sir, Derek. Shout out Derek for that. I actually talked to him last night. I sent him a picture of me and your conversation. I was like, thanks for setting this up. But
he did.
We're talking about Derek. I've known Derek since me and his mom go way back. His mom and my mom go back since we were born. So I've known him my whole life. But I didn't know I knew him till middle school. We were in the same middle school. So we started becoming friends then. But apparently we've known each other our whole lives.
And so that breeds trust.
Yeah, for sure. Derek's like family to me. When he first started football, he joined the same team I was over at Germantown. So we played high school ball together. Again, our moms are family friends. So I've known Derek my whole life. and I do trust him.
Tell me about Clarksburg. Now you got to school me. You know that's not my neck of the woods, but
Clarksburg's
that's
backyard.
huh.
Clarksburg's my backyard, man. I grew up in Germantown, so I was at Clarksburg Premium Outlets grand opening. It's like 10, 15 minutes from Clarksburg. I was at that grand opening when they opened that whole mall. I was going there when I was a kid. Like, I used to always sell shoes. So I was like, damn, I wish I had a space here.
Hold up, you used to sell shoes online?
Yeah, and then I used to go to like the outlet and try to find stuff to flip on eBay, things like that. Those are like that when I was like really younger before I had a social media presence. That's what I was doing. Because that was kind of, they used to have like those sneaky deals at the Nike outlets, those crazy returns. I remember one time I found this one shoe, paid like $60 for it. It sold online for like $400, and I was at the same Nike outlet that we're at right now.
This is fascinating. You have to write a book.
Maybe one day.
Maybe one day. This is another product to go in your store.
We got a lot more to do. A lot like this. We are, I don't know if you know, actually we hit our 6 months. Today is March. So today we are in our 6-month quarter. March 14th is our exact month date. So we're still really new. And to me, it feels like a long, like 2 months. Like when I looked at, like, I told someone, I was like, oh, we just opened like a couple months ago. I looked at it and said, we opened 6 months ago.
Praise God. Is it okay to say praise God to you, brother?
I'm thankful for everything God has done for me. He's the reason I'm in the position I'm in.
You keep God first, I promise you, it will only get better.
Exactly.
Man, I know your parents are so proud of you.
Yeah, my mom and dad happy. And my mom's like super happy. Me and my mom growing up, she was my best friend. So, like, she's just happy. Found a way.
Wow. I mean, you have no idea of how many people you're inspiring right now. I'm sure you inspire people every day. But thank you for coming to our audience. We celebrate entrepreneurship every day. We give away these plaques in some kind of way. I don't know if you ever come to Baltimore, but what's wrong with my light there? What happened in there? Well, we give away these plaques and think the lighting is working a little crazy today. But we celebrate Black Wall Street. I don't know if you know the history, but there are a lot of America does not have the best history of supporting non-white businesses. And so we try to inspire people. We give away these plaques, giving away over 2,500 in 9 cities, but we've never done a Black Wall Street ceremony in Clarksburg. I mean, it isn't right around the corner from me, but for you, we'd be willing to come back. Or I tell you what, do you ever go to DC?
From time to time, yeah.
Which is closer to you? DC's closer to you, right?
From Baltimore, DC's way closer.
We'll be in DC on the 29th of this month at Howard University. So we should put you on the list to get a Black Wall Street Award. It'll be at 12 noon.
Just shoot me a text because I have to check the date. We actually have a basketball game coming up with the employees in there. We put $1,000 on the line, 2v2. We're trying to like host an event out of it and like basically like make like little kids come and then give them free stuff too. Because like you're saying, like the biggest part of Soul Inspires too is also what we do. We give back a lot of stuff to the people that support us.
Who taught you that?
What, to give away stuff?
Especially with the kids.
That's what I wanted to do growing up. Like I used to go into these sneaker stores and literally like idolize owners, the store itself, everything like that. I used to be that kid. So like for me, it's like I try to put myself in that position every day of like a lot of times, like, you know, little kids talk a lot. And like my coworkers are like, bro, he's annoying me. And I look at them and I'm like, bro, that used to be me. And like me especially, I always talked. So I tell them like, yo, that used to be me. So I'm not knocking it at all. Like give them the basketball, like that basketball hoop in there. They take 1 of 3. They make 1 of 3 shots. We give them a free keychain. We don't make no money off it, but someone leaves happy. And at the end of the day, what you give out comes back. You can't just keep taking from the world and expect the world to give you back stuff. So it feels good to give back. That's something money can't buy.
Brandon, this young person, I'm 58, so everybody's young. But this young person hit me up on LinkedIn, and the first thing out their mouth was, "Can you do this for me? Can you do that?" And I wanted to say to them, "Hi, how are you doing today? My name is Doni." I mean, it was straight to the ask, and it's like, I don't even know you, Slim. You know, get to know somebody, build a relationship. I was told that in Africa, and I've only been there once, Middle East, Africa, so maybe twice, that before people do business, they get down and ask you about your family. You ask them about their family. You come to know each other before you get to the business. But America is straight, just straight to the business. And a lot of times you miss out on business.
Yeah, actually that's one of the so growing up, my barber and my coach who turned into my mentor, those two people have played a huge impact in my life. But growing up, I was like young, I was like 14. I used to always be like, yo, can you do this for me? Or like, I wouldn't even say like hi, hello, or whatever, or I would say yo to someone. So every time like, they've taught me to like value the relationship and not just value the relationship, be humane and like say hi, how are you? And never like yo or a or this or that. Like, it's like you treat someone with respect. So like when I walk into a barbershop, like I greet every single person in there because if I don't, he comes up, he's like, sir, aren't you forgetting something? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, what's up? What's up? How are you today? How are you today? And then it's just kind of one of those things where it sticks with you. And like when you came into the store, probably they greeted you with, how are you today, boss man? Big smile on their face. That's literally like the first thing everyone in the store learned was you greet someone with a smile on your face, like shining, like, how are you today, sir? It's never a or what's up or like what's up or like yo or anything. It's professional. It's like you treat that even if they're like 5 years old. Like 5 years old, like I tell them, little kids, hey, what's up, boss? How are you? Like everyone always hold everyone to that like level of respect. Cause like you're saying, if you came into that store and someone said, yo, what's up? You're gonna be like, what the hell am I doing here? And you're gonna leave. You're going to turn around immediately. Exactly. So it's definitely a good trait that those two people have taught me growing up is make sure you greet people correctly.
And it says so much about your business method, philosophy. So I'm going to tell you a real story. I was about 13. So this was 65, 75, 1978. And the word yo had just come out. People didn't say yo before then. Not like this, because not long after came hip hop. But I called my father yo one time. He tried to take my head off because in his generation, yo meant bitch. That's what yo meant to his generation. It was a negative word. So a young man calling his father yo, oh my God, never called him yo again. And I learned in 1978, do not call anybody yo. And so even today, it sticks with me. Every now and then, might as a street term, hey or yo, but to greet somebody with yo, oh,
especially
no.
that's the biggest thing. If you know them, it's different. Like if I walk up to there, yo, what's up? But like that's my dog. But like if you're introducing a random person, especially in retail, at the end of the day, like you're saying, this is business. There's business professionalism that comes with it. You have to hold things to a certain standard. You have to do things a certain way. You have to walk a certain way. Like another thing is like we don't approach people like some people walk with their hands. Hey, do you need help with anything? No, because you don't feel. This is me, my body language telling you get away from me. Me coming up, hey, how are you today? Is coming like awesome. Like what's up? I'm here to help. If you want to talk, I'm here. When we talk, we don't stand behind the counter because you stand behind the counter. That's a gate kind of blocking you from anything, and now I feel like I have to come to you to get help. So it's just a little stuff of like you're saying, like the professionalism that comes with it, that we make sure that like our body language and our language itself like displays.
I can't wait to see where you are going next. One thing I see besides your book, I see a movie. I also see you teaching a class at Harvard.
Oh yeah. I definitely want to do a movie. I always tell people, I always tell my boys like my life is a movie. I was like, they should make a movie about me. But
You should make a movie about you.
they actually had Towson University right now, their business marketing class. Their final project is to create business plans for Soul Inspires right now.
Oh, somebody to beat me to the punch. Oh, somebody to beat me to the punch. See, they see it. They see it. Because you have a whole generation to inspire.
That's the part of Soul Inspires. It's more so like the shoot part's easy. The second part is what I really try to focus on every day.
That's where this book comes out by Brandon Chang, Soul Inspires. And it further brands your business. Just a thought. I'm sorry. You already got the website.
Yeah. It's funny because we've branded our business off the workshop with confidence. So
I got 2 books out.
Oh, that's fine.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what's going on with my lighting today, but I Am Black Wall Street. And my first book is come on, what's going on here? It's Unapologetically Black.
How long excuse me for pulling out my phone. I think I heard of the other one. I think my friend's dad was reading that.
Yeah, I Am Black Wall Street and Unapologetically Black. How long did it take to write them?
Yeah.
Well, the first one took me about 3 years. The second one took me less than a year. But it took, let me say this, for I Am Black Wall Street, it took me a lot of research. So Black Wall Street is the first Black Wall Street that everybody talks about is in Tulsa, Oklahoma. But as I did research, I found out there were 2 other official Black Wall Streets, one in Richmond, Virginia, one in Durham, North Carolina. But then the more I dug, the more I realized everywhere there were Black people, there was some kind of Black Wall Street, because in America, Blacks couldn't shop at regular stores. You couldn't go in and try on stuff. You couldn't try on a shirt. A woman couldn't try on a dress. She couldn't try on a pair of shoes. Matter of fact, there was a time when Black women had to put their foot on a piece of paper and draw an outline of their foot and take it to the store so that they could measure it, because that's how nasty, racist people were. They wouldn't let Black women try on shoes in America.
That's insane.
Real sick. So, yeah.
Which one do you think?
We've come a long way, and you have a whole generation. I can see it. As a matter of fact, not just teaching at Harvard. Don't forget Bowie, Morgan, Coppin State, and out of town. I see your Soul Inspires going global. I mean, you probably already, you sold stuff internationally yet?
Yeah. No. We're actually trying to figure out how to do overseas shipping, but we've done throughout all U.S.
Through what?
The United States. We've Miami. They went from Miami, Cali, Texas, New York, Florida.
You got to come to Baltimore. This is a tennis shoe city.
I used to actually. So when I was Soul Inspires just online, we're a mobile business. So like most of our clientele really came out PG, Baltimore, DC. Like I was commuting from Montgomery County to PG County to DC every single day of the week. Like I would go have pickup locations at PG County and Montgomery County. So I was commuting throughout basically the whole DMV every day of the week, 100,000 miles on my car, like so many repairs, blown transmission, but I was going everywhere. So we have clientele all over the place, really.
I am so inspired. I am inspired. So do you sell that t-shirt, soulinspires.com? Is that a t-shirt brand?
Not yet. Our brand is shop with confidence. So we preach a lot of confidence going out. You know what shop with confidence means, you know what you're getting, how you're getting it, who you're getting it from. But there's more to it, of course. It's confidence in what you're wearing, confidence and you know who you are and that you're confident in who you are because of what you worked for. So we're trying to make that shop with confidence merch right now, actually. Because to me, I don't want to make Soul Inspires merch because you going to go out. I want you to be able to wear out this like confidence merch somewhere else. Because if you wear a Soul Inspires shirt, you're just supporting us. I want to be able to make something that anyone and everyone would want to wear. Because making a type of store merch is good, but it limits you on how many people you reach and really, like you're saying, inspire.
You're teaching me something. So, have you mentored any new entrepreneurs?
No and yes. Derek is right now learning from me. So he's trying to he wants his own marketing agency at one point in time, and he's definitely a special. You can tell he's a special kid.
We,
Uh,
we, we, I'm sorry.
he's a special man. Like he's going to be great, but he's trying to learn how to run a business and the back end stuff of like what really goes on, and that's right now like what I'm showing him right now. He's just learning every day, and like one of the biggest things I tell him is like not everyone's going to be happy with the decisions you make, but you need to make them for yourself. So
You
it's like
like a little old man. You've been here before, man.
now it's just a lot of stuff that led up to coming to this. Like even like friendships, like some friendships, it was like you don't hang out with us no more. I'm trying to get this lease, man. Like I don't have money to hang out with y'all right now, and I love y'all to death. And sometimes people don't always understand the other side of it. Like you don't understand all my credit is maxed out on 2 entities right now. You don't understand I have no money. You don't understand rent's due in 14 days right now for me, and I have zero money, and I have to open this weekend. If I don't open this weekend, I'm in a hole. Like no one's ever going to see that side of it. So for you to care about someone else's feeling in that position, it's like you don't care how I'm feeling. So I love you, but I gotta do what's best for me right now. So that's kind of
These are serious lessons that I wasn't thinking about at 20. I was thinking about finishing college. But you just started a company. I see you as I know you're a millionaire already, but you're going to be a billionaire.
that's a goal.
So let me tell you, I don't know if you know the story of, and I don't know the whole story. There are people who know the story much better than me. But Baltimore is a big historic supporter of the Air Force One. Did you know that?
A little bit because I have a lot of Navy and Air Force stuff out there.
There are people who tell this story that Baltimore saved the Air Force One tennis shoe. Imagine that.
Oh, you're talking about the Phasos. Yeah,
Is that
Baltimore definitely. Baltimore and DC, like the whole DMV area, I think Baltimore more so did that. The Air Force One is like everyone wants that shoe. Everyone wants that shoe. But they don't want the shoe itself. They want a clean, fresh pair of them. So your pair gets dirty, it's useless to you. Like I need a new pair of them. I need a fresh pair of Air Force Ones. One of my boys is actually from Baltimore. He has like 20 of them. He just at one gets dirty. I need another one. I need another one. That's how it is. And then with DC, all they want is like pennies, sparklies, things like that. Like they want like the OG stuff. Foams. Foams is a big one. Like growing up, I used to have a ton of foams. Like that's a DMV shoe, 990s. Everyone from Baltimore, I know wants 990s. Everyone from DC wants 990s. That's a DMV thing. If you don't have a pair of New Balances and you're from the DMV, you are not from the DMV.
you know too much. You got to write this stuff down, man.
I do, but it's like engraved in my head.
But somebody 58 like me can't put it all together like you can. Oh, I know what I want. When I was searching you last night, I see that you already have done a podcast.
I've done a couple actually, yeah.
What did you get from that experience?
Being able to display more so my story. I like to take every like interview opportunity I get more so. Of course, if we have time and it's not hurting the business, any like my agent said before, like any exposure is good exposure. Yeah,
So you have an agent?
yeah. My agent helped me get into my space. She works for me. So she does
How'd you get it?
like my real estate aspect of everything, because at the end of the day, it's like you're 20 years old, you have no background history, you don't come from rich family, everything. So it's like you need help to get into places, and with especially commercial real estate.
I think your family is very rich, because
Oh
rich
yeah,
isn't just money. It
yeah,
isn't just money. Your parents have put something inside of you that money cannot buy.
exactly.
Now, I hear what the banker said, but let me tell you what God says. You're already blessed. All you got to do is stay in the path. Because I hear a lot, and I say that because, Brandon, I hear rappers saying, I came from nothing. I don't buy that. Maybe your parents weren't rich, but somewhere up your family tree is a whole lot of greatness. And I'm not putting my ancestors down and say I came from nothing. I come from great. They must have been really great, because I'm great. And
I
that's
love
what you talk about.
I love that perspective. Yeah, growing my faith in Christ has been it's been a whirlwind too. So over the past like year or so, I've been going to church every single week. Not every single weekend. I'm not perfect, but I go to church a lot, connect with my pastors a lot. They actually played a big role in where I'm at now too, because I had to align my goals with God's, and a lot of things I wanted, like He closed doors for, and I was angry at the time. But now I'm happy that He closed doors, of course, because it all worked out how He wanted to, and it's all going to work out how He wants to. And also, you learn right from wrong. Like, I know I'm talking a lot about Christianity right now. Forgive me for that. But you learn right from wrong. You learn what
I
not.
went to church Sunday for the first time in a long time and had a wonderful time, and I'm going back this Sunday.
It's a great atmosphere.
Union Baptist Church.
It's a great atmosphere to be around. It's all people that you come to realize at one point everyone in there is broken, and everyone in there is putting their pride aside and praising the Lord and being grateful and having gratitude for what they have now. And honestly, I go to church every weekend. I learn like I'm in school. I pull out my phone, take notes. I pull out a piece of paper and a pen. I write down. Like, to me, that's learning again. Because I haven't learned in school in I don't know how long, like 4 years.
Wow. A whole 4 years. Wow.
Yeah, I haven't gone to school since junior year of high school. So that's senior, gap, and now. So that's 4 years.
This is a humbling experience for me, sir. So any other entrepreneurs in your family?
No, I was always the person that wasn't the traditional person that didn't like school, was into expensive tennis shoes, was doing whatever he wanted, was playing football, was different. I was the one that was different.
What is success to you?
Being able to take care of my family, uh, being in the present, peace, because at the end of the day, happiness doesn't last forever, and having just having wealth in all types of areas, because I want to be able to help my family, and I want to grow up in a situation where my kids aren't ever babied, but in the same breath, it's like, like you're held to a different standard because your dad was this guy. So it's like now you have to be this guy. But it's going to be a healthy pressure. So it's more so I just want to have a healthy family with the Lord, have a good relationship with the Lord, and just make some money, have a name for myself, inspire.
I got a marketing idea for you, Brandon.
What's up?
Just a thought.
Hit it.
Have you been to the White House?
Not yet. Oh, well, I don't know. I may have gone when I was really little. Like inside?
Yeah.
Oh, I may have gone on a field trip when I was little, but besides that, I don't know.
I'm going to put you in touch with the White House.
Let's do
I
it.
think you should send, and only because I can see her wearing them, I can see Kamala, Vice President Kamala Harris, wearing your tennis shoes.
Let's do it.
So maybe we can set up a way that you can send her. We had to get her size,
Definitely.
or maybe even the press secretary, and in a way of supporting youth entrepreneurs.
Let's do it.
I don't think they would turn that down. I need to write up a story. We need to make a pitch. We need to find out what she likes, though. So let's go through the brand of tennis shoes. Is there? I guess we can get it all on the website. You sell every brand.
I can tell you confidently, she's going to want a pair of New Balance 2002 Rs and 2096s because those are two of the most popular shoes that ladies love and guys love them too. But especially with the New Balance 96s and 2002 Rs, they make better colorway for the women, of course, and they're the most comfortable thing ever. They are the most comfortable thing ever. And people are choosing comfort over style nowadays. Like people want Asics, New Balances, things like that. People are steering more away from the Dunks right now just because of that. Jordans will always stay in style. Yeezys, they don't release as much, so people only really like slides. But what I can say is our best-selling shoe are New Balances. Everyone wants New Balances. Regardless of the demographic, the age, doesn't matter. They want those 2002 Rs or those 96s.
Let me ask this: have any famous entertainers been to your store?
No, but
Not yet. Not yet.
well,
So
kind of, and
I see you having a celebrity wall at your store. I see celebrities coming in. You snapping a picture. Picture goes up on the wall, kind of like, the mafia restaurants and other restaurants. They got the celebs on the wall. Just a thought.
Nah, I don't know if you saw when you walked in, but there's a mirror when you walk in on this side of the store, and there's a jersey up top. The top jersey, he hasn't came by the shop yet, but that's from Deontay Banks, the corner at the Giants, 2023's first round pick. So that's his jersey, and that's game worn, and it's signed because he went to Maryland. So all my guys out in Maryland, like when I was selling shoes out the trunk, those guys were like juniors, sophomores, whatever they were. So all of them were buying shoes off us. And Deontay was one of those people that kept buying shoes. And I hit him up one day when I went to New York a couple weeks back. And I was like, yo, I'm outside through. Do you want to do a little like content, like jersey swap, whatever it is? And he's like, yeah, let's do it. He actually got me right with that jersey. So I didn't have one. I thought he had like a printed one in the back or something. He was like, nah. He was like, you helped me out a couple times. Here you go. And I'm forever thankful for that because I was like, bro, I'm going to get that joint framed and I'm going to put that joint in the front of the store because you're the first person to do that for me. And the amount of love he showed me throughout this whole
I need that picture. I need that picture for the story that I'm going to write about you.
I got you. I'll send it over.
And I'm going to send that story to the White House about you. So,
let's do it.
Yeah. You inspire a lot of people. My God, you should be running for president. I see you running for president next. And what would it take for you to become the official, the business that supplies the shoes for Maryland basketball or whatever sport? I can see you claiming a school.
They're sponsored by Under Armour. That's one thing. They're all sponsored by Under Armour.
All of them?
Yeah, so Maryland's sponsored by Under Armour. I know some schools are sponsored by Jordan Brand and Nike. But the thing with us is we're not getting shipments from Nike, things like that, like have a contract with them. We're having to outsource everything ourselves. So that's another thing that we have to consider at times, that we have to really put in work to get an inventory as well. We have to have like you're saying, relationships with people across the world that go to these sneaker events and that are okay with making. There's bulk sellers that only make $5-10, but they sell in units. They sell over hundreds pairs a day, thousands. So they sell us.
Have you been to Under Armour headquarters here in Baltimore?
Not yet. I've always wanted to go, honestly. I don't know why I haven't recently, but I never went.
I'm sure we can find somebody who can get you there. I'm pretty sure. And right now CIAA is going on.
Oh yeah. They got much man.
So a team from your neck of the woods, Bowie State, that's the home team. The tournament is here in Baltimore, but Bowie State is the home team because that's the only HBCU in Maryland that's in the CIAA. Morgan and Towson, Morgan and Coppin are in the MEAC.
I don't even watch basketball like that, so I'm not even going to lie to you and think I know.
Before last year, I had no idea about this my damn self.
Yeah, I watched football my whole life. I've never watched March Madness. Maybe this year because I'm 21, I can run a parlay now. But besides that, I never grew up watching basketball. That's the one bad thing. Everyone talks to me about it, and I'm kind of like smiling, and I'm like, I'm not even gonna lie to you and try to like kind of lie about like I know what the divisions are or anything like that.
I'm similar, and I get laughed at too. I got close friends, and they laugh at me because my modern sports history is very minimal. I mean, I know about Steph Curry, but
Oh, yeah.
I grew up years ago. It was Dr. J, Jordan, you know what I mean? And the other things that I'm interested in. So, but I will watch the Ravens. I watch every Ravens game.
Steelers fan. I will say
You
that
are
I'm a Steelers fan.
a Steelers fan.
You know those people that grow up and they're very rebellious, and it's like in Maryland you have a lot of people that hate the Redskins and love the Cowboys because everyone loved the Redskins. But there's a lot of
I don't get that. I
there's
don't
a
get
lot of people
support.
that are like that with the Ravens. So I was a Steelers fan growing up. I went to like all the training camps. I had pictures with like all the players before though. I had pictures with Antonio.
You're messing up the sales in Baltimore. You can't come to Baltimore talk about the Steelers.
I'm not going to lie about who I am for sales. I'm a Steelers fan. I am a Steelers fan. But I will say this. Call me a bandwagon. I don't care what anyone says about me. I don't like losing in life and anything. I'm a sore loser a little bit. So when they're losing, I'm not watching. I'm not saying I'm claiming another team, but I'm not claiming losing. I don't do that. I will not claim it.
Interesting. I understand that concept.
Yeah, some people may knock me for it, but a lot of people understand. I just don't like losing. That's who I am. So I still rock with them, but in the same breath, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh, let's go, let's go, let's go. We're down 31. Nah, I'm good.
I don't have any argument with you there, but I don't like losing either. I don't like losing either. But there are other sports too, besides basketball and football. I mean, who else? What other athletes? What other sports enthusiasts come to your store?
Soccer. My boy just got drafted from Columbus Crew for MLS. So I grew up with him. I've been friends with him since I was a sophomore in high school. He was a junior. So he went D3 actually coming out. Then he went D1. So he balled out at D3, got like honorable mentions, everything. Transferred from a D3 to a D1, balled out, and then got drafted first round. And then my other guy that I grew up with plays for FCC Cincinnati. So he's bought shoes from there as well. But I've known him since I was little. Like we were training with the same coach. He was training football players, soccer players, basketball players, and he was a soccer player at the time. So we sold to MLS, NFL.
Help me out. What is MLS? Pardon my ignorance.
Major League Soccer, I think.
Soccer. Okay. So another country.
Yeah, I know a lot too, but yeah, like Major League Soccer.
Okay. And it's known in other countries as football.
Yeah, football. Yeah.
It's big. It's big everywhere. I mean, it's coming around, and we certainly have.
I'm a football fan, like an American football fan, but I'm not going to sit here and lie. Soccer is probably one of the biggest sports of all time. Like,
no question. I know Pele was the greatest.
Oh yeah, when I was a little kid, everyone used to. Messi is like the one person I really know, just because like everyone knows who he is. But I don't watch soccer either. I don't watch anything besides football.
Did you play a sport?
I played football. No.
Football. What position?
Play corner.
Corner.
Yeah, and you probably looked at my size yesterday. And you're like, how the hell do you play corner? You just have
fast.
You just have to time it right too. You gotta jump ball. You gotta jump at the perfect time to go up there and punch the ball through and swipe out.
Yeah.
My coach was around like 5'10", 5'11", and he was all MAC at Kent State. He was supposed to go to league. He tore his chest at pro day, but he was a short player growing up. He didn't really grow till college, so he knew the techniques to kind of he knows what to like teach with that because his height wasn't on his side. So I just kind of was trying to learn every day in that, and then like I'm saying that kind of meant that learning from coaching. He was playing such a huge role in my life, and then that went to mentoring me in my life as a man because he taught me so much, honestly. Football.
Well, I came out of Dunbar in Baltimore.
where that is. I know where that is. You play
I
ball there?
came out in '83. That was the same year that Muggsy Bogues graduated,
Fire.
and he went on to be the shortest man in the NBA. So where we come from, size don't matter. It's not the size of the dog. It's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
Yeah, for sure. It's way more important than your height, anything like that.
Yeah, because I've seen some big players that are slouches, and I've seen some small players that play like giants.
I had someone I played with high school. He's like 5 foot. He probably the evilest person on the team, like the dirtiest, like quick, twitchy, fast, shifty, like whatever you want. Like he's him. Like fade. They literally we used to literally throw him fade balls because he was burning the receiver and his placement on how he was kind of moving his body language to go. He was just like he was dog. He played corner too. Pass breakups, he barely let any passes on him. Like the size, because growing up, it was just like size to me for like height for ball. It didn't matter. Like I just got work because that's not.
The same thing can be applied to business. When we started this streaming network, we've been doing this since December 2020. By February 2023, we got an Emmy nomination. We got an Emmy nomination. This show right here got an Emmy nomination. So it's not the size of the dog in the fight. It's the size of the fight in the dog.
Exactly. You do it as corny as it sounds. You can do anything you put your mind to. But if you put your mind to it, you got to put in the work to go with it. So it's one of those things. You can't look at the results. You just got to put your head down and work and just, like you're saying, have that blind faith and knowing that it's going to work out.
And I agree. Sometimes you just have to get out there, whether you got 100 people with you or nobody with you. As long as you got faith, you just keep plugging away. You know what motivates me?
What's up?
Is when somebody tells me what I cannot do.
Oh, yeah. I love that.
Tell me what I can't do.
Nah, I definitely feel that. You ever heard of Eric Thomas?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, I throughout this process of coming in here, I'm doing it right now as well. I did 75 hard. So workout challenge, 2 workouts a day, 45 minutes each workout, 1 outside, 1 inside, read a book, like read 10 pages and eat clean, like follow a diet. So when I first started Soul Inspires, I quit my job, no clientele. The IRS took like basically damn near all my bread from me from taxes because I didn't know what I was doing filing. I was like 18, 19 at the time. And I was working out every single day on top of work doing Soul Inspires throughout the whole day in a car. And I was just burning it. I was listening to Eric Thomas. He was like, it's a motivational speaker. He's like, you can't defeat me. You can't defeat me. And he was like, every time they close the door at me, I laugh because like it's not going to last. It's not going to end like that.
I like that. I'm gonna look him up. Eric Thomas, motivational speaker. And so you did these.
Or Eric.
You had a.
No, it's Eric Thomas. It's got to be Eric Thomas.
So you created your own workout regimen every day?
No, my coach did that. My coach was the person. Even now, while I'm doing 75 right now, he's making me he gives me ideas. I've been working out my whole life, so he gives me my plans, everything. And I've dealt with a lot of injuries in the past, so kind of having to like switch up certain stuff to make sure it makes sense. And right now, I'm in physical therapy right now, even for my hip and my shoulder. But you just trying to make it work the best way I can.
I tell you, who would love your store, Tank Davis. You know, Baltimore got Tank is international. He's a champ.
Yeah, he's dirty. He's dirty. Everyone knew he was going to. Yeah, he's dirty.
Yeah, we got to bring you to Baltimore, man. We got to bring you to one of our famous restaurants.
What's that?
I'm thinking about this one where we have on the 18th, Prim and Proper. They just opened. It's downtown, real swank, real,
what do they have?
Upscale, black owned. Prim and Proper. Yeah, we got an event there March 18th, but we're gonna get with you on your schedule. We covered a lot of ground. Are your grandparents still around?
Like I said, I don't know my grandpa. My grandma is in Ecuador actually, and then my dad's side, my grandparents are in Wheaton area. So yeah.
Well, I pray that they get to know how wonderful a grandson they have. And also, I pray that you're able to touch even more people. I see you doing a college tour. And I should be there. Be More News and Black USA, we should be there. If you tell me, and if I can't get there, we can get one of our people somewhere. We'll get somebody there, wherever it should go. But we want you to fly, write your book, make your movies, and keep touching people, man. So any final thoughts? And thank you for joining us today at a moment's notice.
No, I just appreciate the opportunity. Like I said, any beneficial opportunity I can see for both parties, I'm more than welcome, more than happy to do it. And it was a pleasure meeting you. And to anyone out there that wants to do something, just do it. Like, just start now. The best time to start is now. Don't let anyone tell you what you can and cannot do, because at the end of the day, your only limitations come from yourself. But thank you again, Doni.
Pleasure's mine. You have a beautiful day, and please tell your parents that you have big family in Baltimore.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I
Yes,
appreciate
sir. Up the day, down tomorrow, do your day, and everything will follow. Nothing to it but to do it. I got to do it, regardless of how I feel. I am somebody. I am my brother's keeper. Good morning, world.
Have a